Konnichiwa everyone, it is JJ here, and today we are here to react to another top 20 WatchMojo video, and this is top 10, I'm so used to saying top 10, this is top 20 best anime moments of the decade. There have been a few, if you have any off the top of your head, let me know in the comments. Anyway, we're gonna see what they list off as top 20 best anime moments of the decade. Let's watch.
They defined an era in anime that won't soon be forgotten. I'm Ashley with WatchMojo, and these are the top 20 anime moments of the decade. For this list, we'll be looking at the scenes in anime that stood out from the rest in terms of style, substance, and impact. Whether it's battles, romances, or narrative twists from series old and new, when you think of anime over the past 10 years, these are the moments that spring to mind. But I want to hear what you guys have to say as well, so once you're done with the video, head over to my Twitter at AshJBo, give me a follow, and then tell me what your favourite anime moments of the decade are. They might be on this list.
Wait a moment.
Number 20, Karasuno beats Shiratorizawa. Haikyuu.
I actually seen a clip of this. Like, I never watched the show in its entirety, but I've actually seen this clip before.
It was a long rise to the top for the flightless crows, but with one final spike, they managed to show the world that they were dead set on their path towards the summit. And no one was gonna stand
I've said this before. The way that anime like presents like sports in their shows is top tier.
The hurdle, given his intense ability as an ace, the combined skill, teamwork, and athleticism of Karasuno managed to earn them that all-important final match point, sealed when Hinata practically soared through the air and smashed the soul out of that ball. Number 19, Yuri and Victor embrace. Yuri on
I
ice.
thought about watching this show.
Still not sure if this was just a highly emotional hug.
I thought about watching this show, but I was like, I wasn't really that much into
Either
sports
way,
anime at the
this
time.
little snuggle ended up breaking the internet with its passion and its purity. After successfully pulling off the greatest routine of his life on ice, Yuri's awe-stricken teacher rushes to the rink before tackling him to the ground while holding the young skater as close as possible, with the camera suspiciously lingering on their mouths as they inch closer. Aw, aren't they adorable? Number 18, Battle Across Time and Space. Mobile Suit Gundam Unicorn. Forget the decade.
Not even though I never watched any like Mobile Suit Gundam like series.
Gundam's storied history.
Just like the stuff that I've seen, like, is
at their command,
very nice.
Banner and Ride are barely able to counter Full Frontal and the unstoppable power of his Neo Zeong. However, what follows is a transcendental vision of some legendary Gundam moments that led up to this point, as well as humanity's dark future, nothingness. As bleak as the situation is, Banner is undeterred and claims that hope still remains, a statement which brings warmth to the devious clone and even summons the ghosts of Lala, Amuro, and Char himself. It's a profound moment that instills hope not just in the characters, but in us viewers too.
Alright.
Number 17, that toothbrush scene. Nisei
Oh god.
Monogatari.
I never watched the show, but I actually seen this clip before too many times.
Shift. Look, we're not proud of including this, but as far
Then
as
why?
Anime moments that carve their way into the
Then why
mainstream
include it?
over
This
the
is
past
just-
few years, no
it's too much.
scene better sums it up than the time Araragi brushed Karen's teeth for
Why did he even do this? Again, I didn't watch the show. Heck, if any of y'all watched the show, would y'all let me know why he even did this? It just makes no sense, and it's just very disturbing.
Honestly, the fact that the animation is of such shocking high quality, dancing around the scene as the two siblings get way too much into their dental hygiene, makes the whole thing a bizarre chimera we're unable to look away from for better or worse. But then again, that's the Monogatari franchise in a nutshell.
Culture.
Number 16, Off with his head. ReZero
This is great.
starting life in another
This was a
world.
great scene.
Subaru went through a lot of crap when he ended up in a fantasy world, most of which involved him losing his life in a variety of unpleasant ways. Though arguably his lowest point came as he carried the contorted, lifeless body of Rem through the snow, all the while suffering a mental breakdown at how his life has become nothing but despair. It's suffering at its apex, and the cherry on top is when Puck puts him out of his misery. Really makes you think twice about how great it would be to end up in an isekai. Number 15, Escanor vs. Estarossa.
Yes.
The 7 Deadly Sins.
This was great. Nobody was able to move. Escanor, I love what Escanor said. He like, why would I have hatred in my heart for somebody weaker than me?
The best thing to come out of this swashbuckling fantasy is without a doubt the lion sin of pride, whose overwhelming strength is only matched by his charming arrogance.
I love Escanor.
Making him the ideal opponent for one of the deadliest demons among the 10
Cruel
commandments.
son.
While immune to Esterossa's innate ability to subdue those that feel hatred, that doesn't stop Escanor or his amazing mustache getting the
Amazing mustache. He does have a godly
to
mustache.
the point where it looks like the 10 Commandment of Love has him beat.
Esteros was talking all of that.
At least until he decides.
But then he was like, "Oh, you beat me? Who said that?
And launches a miniature sun.
Who said that?"
Like,
Like,
demon's face. Number 14, Mummy's Death, Madoka Magica. This was the moment we knew that this was no longer your run-of-the-mill magical girl anime.
I think somebody left a comment about this show. Like when I said if I introduced this to like a certain friend of mine, they would like it. They said that. I think they said something like, "I know like it looks pretty, but like the context of it is kind of not." Oh, I know that. Even though I never watched the show, I like know like I kind of have like a clear understanding of what the show is about. They would still like it. They would still like it. Trust me.
Just one bite. No, you thought she was gonna survive to the end? Sorry, the power of friendship means jack all here. Welcome to Uro Butcher's world.
See, I'm even looking at this and I'm like, oh yeah, they'd like it.
Versus Takasugi. Gintama.
I remember when I reacted to the openings of this. I remember when I reacted to the openings of this show, and nobody liked how I edited that video.
Laugh our backsides off with its uproarious comedy.
Like people are like, why are you cutting the best parts out and stuff like that?
Forget it did feature one of the most brutal exchanges in the franchise's run that went above and beyond as a beautifully animated sequence of swords and savagery.
And really, I have really nothing much to say about it except you can always just watch the whole opening shit yourself.
As the Shogun assassination arc reaches its
the show, like from the openings, like did look tight though.
The Black Beast continue to tear each other apart using their weapons, fists.
The only thing that would discourage me from watching this show is that, from what I understand, it has like a long running.
This fight was
so that would kind of discourage me a little bit. Some of the main reason, like the main reason why I won't watch One Piece is it's so long. But I don't know.
Number 12, Saitama vs. Boros.
This was a pretty good fight. I will admit this was a pretty good fight, even though it was pretty much one-sided. Like I'm pretty sure even the first time watching this, I knew it was pretty much one-sided. It was just very crisp animation and hype, like he said.
As his self-imposed shackles are removed, Boros is able to unleash more and more calamity Saitama's way, to the point where he can kick him.
Yeah, he knocked him to the moon, and then just came back. It made no sense.
Of course, this is just another day at the office for Saitama, who finally brings down the dominator of the universe by unleashing an actual serious punch. The results are quite spectacular.
Serious punch. Epic. Look at that.
Number 11, United States of Smash.
Yep.
My Hero Academia.
This will forever be iconic. I feel like not only in the My Hero show, but I feel like in anime, like in general.
With his body reduced to a weakened state, and his psyche shattered thanks to the reveal of Tomura Shigaraki's true identity, All Might appears to be on the verge of death and defeat, especially when his eternal nemesis, All for One, unveils his hideous combination of quirks.
Yep. Whew. God, this fight was so good.
What does the world's greatest hero do? Recalls the memory of his mentor, channels the last dying embers of One for All, and unleashes a punch that not only leaves the criminal mastermind comatose, but also signals the end of All Might's era as the #1 hero. You're up, Deku.
I wanted to say it so much right there, but...
Number 10, The Meeting. Your name.
Again, I think I said this before, but your name, I heard, is like very, very good, and it looks beautiful.
Visually breathtaking, heart-swelling masterpiece that will have you believing that true love can indeed overcome anything, including body swapping and time.
お前に会いに来たんだ。大変だったよ。お前すげえ遠くにいるから。
In his desperate bid to save Mitsuha from meeting her grim
Like, look at this. This animation just looks beautiful.
He endeavors to find a way to change history, which eventually results in the pair of them encountering each other in a place where both space and time merge. The only thing more spellbinding than the exquisite backdrop is this duo's first legitimate interaction. Innocent, romantic, authentic, and over in a heartbeat. Don't pretend you didn't cry.
名前書いとこうぜ。ほら。
Number 9, Reiner and Berthold's Betrayal.
Oh yeah.
Attack on Titan. The damage that both the armored and colossal titans inflicted on the last bastion of humanity was unparalleled, essentially pushing the population towards extinction, as well as indirectly causing the death of Eren's mother.
It's crazy how you find out that the Titan that ate Eren's mom was the same Titan that used to be with Eren's dad.
When it was revealed,
I remember Heavenly Controller gave like his take on it when he found that out during like, I think like one of his reactions. It was hilarious.
Naturally, the rest of the scouts aren't too happy to discover that their friends are traitors and murderers, leading to the heavyweight Titan fights we didn't know we needed.
Yeah, this was epic.
Number 8, Direct Drive Zone.
Yes.
Basketball. As far as finales in sports anime go, none struck as much of a chord over the last decade as Seiren's last bout against the nigh unstoppable Rakuzan. As if the individual talents of Akashi and the team weren't enough of a problem to deal with, things are made infinitely worse when he suddenly pulls all of them into the zone. How do the likes of Kagami and Kuroko manage to get past a unit of ultimate athletes?
This scene like is so epic, and the panel in the manga is also pretty dope too.
The direct drive zone, using Seiren themselves to allow the dynamic duo to push past their limits and weave through the court like they're superhuman.
Like I said, the way that they just present sports is just top tier.
Number 7, Kyon's Choice, the disappearance of Haruhi Suzumiya.
I think I've heard of this show.
Is a bit of a cynical bastard.
I definitely heard of the name Haruhi Suzumiya. Definitely heard of that name.
After all, he's the only guy who can encounter aliens, time travelers, and the manifestation of God while still remaining as
Oh yeah, I think they presented the show in another list.
The SOS Brigade is nothing more than a continuous headache. That is until Haruhi vanishes, and life as he knows it is drastically changed.
お前ら鈴宮春日を忘れたのかどうやったらあんな奴を忘れることができるんだ
Amidst the confusion,
So she ends up
and
disappearing and everybody
reality
just forgets about her.
Hyun is forced to literally confront himself about his true feelings towards his friends and all the misadventures they have shared along the way, finally admitting to himself just how much he loves the life he now lives.
楽しかったに決まってるじゃねえか分かりきったことを
Wait, is that him stomping on himself? That was!
Number 6, Ash wins the Alola League. Pokemon. The chance of this guy from Pallet Town actually ranking first in a Pokemon tournament by this point in his career.
Yeah, I think I remember I talked about this in like a separate Pokemon video. Because I remember I saw it on Twitter when it first happened. I'm like,
and yet,
finally.
Behold, he actually pulled it off. With an uncanny team featuring the likes
Like, and even Ash was confused, like, wait, I won?
Ash was able to conquer the Alola League and finally show non-believers that he was actually able to take that first step to becoming a Pokemon master.
I think I said this before, the only reason, like, the only thing I just don't like what they do with Ash is, like, they just reset him. Because think about it, all the Pokemon he's encountered throughout all these years, like, he should know practically everything about every Pokemon ability, but whatever.
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Golden Wind.
Yep.
JoJo Mania is likely going to continue until the sun goes out, which we're all too happy about. Though it's fair to say the rest of the Joestar lineage is going to have a hard time topping the moment that Giorno Giovanna and his stand ascended to the realm of godhood.
Yeah.
俺は真実を見ているのか
After absorbing the power
And can y'all tell me why y'all got on my head about me, like,
strength
okay, when I reacted to this, y'all literally got on my head about the, like, the exact name of when his, when he, like, you know, his stand got the arrow. Which is like, does it really matter? Because we're talking about the exact same thing.
Experience the worst fate imaginable, an endless cycle of death.
You know, because people get on me about that, but nobody cares that people call it Super Saiyan Blue instead of Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan, which is the actual name. So, I don't know. People on the internet are weird, man. That's crazy how they put the Izanami in that show.
Hunter Hunter. And this is what pure unadulterated rage looks like. After the reveal that the Royal Guard has no intention of bringing his deceased friend Kite back, Gon loses all control, his Nen distorting itself and transforming him into a muscle-bound adult form of himself.
Yes.
With enough force to match that of the Chimera Ant King.
This was so good.
Naturally, the wicked Kitty wasn't prepared for something like this, unwisely deciding to launch a sneak attack against the young hunter.
Nope. Look at that. Look how clean that dodge is.
Luckily for him, he's no match for Gon's newfound killer instinct, resulting in the cat getting utterly destroyed in a harrowing display of vengeance and merciless aggression.
Yep.
Goodbye, innocence.
John Ken? Oh. Jesus.
Number 3, the end of Ace, One Piece. Seems like a lifetime ago we had to say goodbye to Luffy's beloved brother, creating a wound that never truly healed for both the characters and fans. Despite managing to save Ace from his execution, Luffy can only look in horror as his sibling leaps in at the last second to take an attack intended for the Straw Hat Captain.
Yeah.
His flames unable to combat the ferocity of Akainu's Magma Devil Fruit. What follows is a heartbreaking conversation between the two brothers as Ace thanks him for all the joy that came out of his cursed life, before dying with a smile on his face. Number 2, the final battle at the Valley of the End.
Yeah.
Naruto Shippuden. We'll be the first to admit that Naruto's escapades haven't always managed to resonate in a positive way, but when it comes to its concluding fight, we've got nothing but praise.
This fight is so good. You get past of all the cutscenes of them like going like, you know, flashbacks, because Naruto abuses the flashbacks too much. But you go back like, I mean, they're playing the videos on YouTube of them like edited down this fight to just literally just them fighting. But if you just decide to watch the episode of them fighting, you get past of all the flashbacks and them talking. Like it's great.
Beating each other senseless.
This I think was more brutal than them fighting with Chakra, because the hand-to-hand right here.
Transition from the supernaturally bombastic to the intimate, almost tranquil trading of blows is a true accomplishment, one that perfectly encapsulates why this series stood for so long as a shonen juggernaut.
I don't know if anybody else will agree with me with Naruto, but I liked it better with like. Now don't get me wrong, like, you know, Sasuke and Naruto fighting in their like forms, like with Susanoo and Kurama mode, it's great. But the taijutsu and hand-to-hand combat, I feel like is way better. Ah, yeah. The final Ketsuga Tensho.
最後の月が天章ってのは俺自身が月牙になることだ。
I love this scene, bro. This scene, I love this. I love this. I love that revenge, bro. I also love Kill la Kill too. Yep. Epic. I'm sad that they kind of took away from this whole moment, like the very next episode.
Be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the
I'm mad that they did that, but it's still a dope scene either way.
You have the option to be
What would be the number one one? Oh, it's probably gonna be like Goku. It's probably gonna be a Dragon Ball one, right? It's probably like Goku. Like it was in the thumbnail too, so I wouldn't be Goku reaching.
Number 1,
Yep.
complete
Like I
Ultra
said.
Instinct.
I think a lot of people complain about like WatchMojo like being like a stand for like Dragon Ball and stuff. I mean, it's Dragon Ball though, like it's relevant, so can you really blame them?
Dragon Ball we're talking about. There is a lot to choose from.
Yeah. I can understand people's frustration about like, oh, there we go with Dragon Ball again and stuff like that. I can understand, but it's like it's Dragon Ball. It's very relevant, so like what can you do?
Universe 11's Jiren continues to dominate the other fighters, even putting the screws to Goku and Vegeta to the point they're left beaten and broken. That is, until the Saiyan fully awakens his newfound ability of Ultra Instinct.
Yeah. It was dope, and you can't lie that this moment was dope.
That not only comes complete with silver hair, but one strong enough to.
But I think everybody will agree that UI Sign like looks better.
And this is why Dragon Ball continues to endure and excel.
Like UI Sign looks better than the complete Ultra Instinct, but it's still like a cool. It's still a cool form though.
But those are our picks for the best anime of the
I don't know if I've said this before, but
it's your turn to tell
like when I found out that the
your
voice actor,
favorite
the
is.
English voice actor for Jiren is also the same one that does Dio and Loxus from Fairy Tail. It was very dope to me.
Do you agree with our pick?
Yeah, I agree with your picks. It was very cool. But yeah, like I said, I understand a lot of people are upset at people putting like Dragon Ball at a top list of anything, whether it be like best show, best moments, or anything. I understand people's upset. I understand like people being upset at that. But at the same time, like I said, Dragon Ball is a very relevant series, so you can't really blame a lot of people for doing that. You know, cause I think that a lot of shows are better than Dragon Ball. Cause to me, Dragon Ball is by far not the. Oh my God, stop with this. Anyway, I don't think Dragon Ball is like the best show like ever. There are a lot of shows I think are better. Like I think that Naruto is better than Dragon Ball. Like honestly, I do. But at the same time, Dragon Ball is still like a very, very relevant show. It's very popular, so you can't really blame a lot of like and not just WatchMojo, but a lot of people putting like Dragon Ball above a lot of shows. Like, you know, I'm kind of not too mad at that, you know. But anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to leave a thumbs up, comment down below what are your thoughts on the video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, and I'm gonna see y'all for the next one. Peace.